Every day I question my sanity because I have a really good day job.
Billy's selling out stadiums all across the world.
I look forward to getting married, but I look forward to stop talking about getting married.
Why are we not agreeable on a honeymoon?
NWA wrestling fans, let's start this thing off right.
Smashing Pumpkins? He owns it?
He's like signing the paycheck.
No one in my life cares about professional wrestling. Not Chloe.
I don't watch TV.
Not the band.
Wrestling is not really in my life.
Yeah, it's not really my thing.
Except Jack.
It's definitely more fun when the wrestlers are around.
I never thought I'd ever perform at a rock concert.
It's either going to be a big success or it's going to be an absolute mistake.
Were you on the edge of your seat or what?
Saturday, August 31st, celebrate 76 years of the National Wrestling Alliance as we return to the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. Join us as we reclaim the sport's most historic legacy in wrestling's hottest city on a night that promises to be filled with action, intensity, and surprises you don't want to miss. Visit NWALiveEvents.com for tickets today.
The National Wrestling Alliance is now on the CW. Download the CW app today or stream at thecw.com and catch up on past seasons of NWA Power with new content just around the corner. Experience wrestling as it's meant to be. It's the NWA on the CW.
What is up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horne, and this is the NWA Fam live stream.
It's one of the few times we've come back and Joe's not. Oh, there we go.
Sorry,
it was there.
I'm trying to get my ring light to work, and it's just giving me issues. I thought I had enough time, but hi, how's everybody?
Hey, how's everybody doing today? I know it's Monday. This is the NWA, your weekly recap show. We talk about all things National Wrestling Alliance, and then anything else that happens to stumble into the conversation that takes up your Monday. Us, we're happy you're joining us. As always, we got Gary Horne up in that corner right there. Danny Dealz, the man himself, is going to give us a discount code more than likely because there's always going to be something that the Dealz man is going to hook you up with as far as NWA is concerned. I've got the voice of the National Wrestling Alliance right to my side. That's Joe Galli. And I, of course, am Kyle Davis, that guy from that reality show. Again, this is the NWA. How's everybody doing tonight?
Technically, three of us are voices of the NWA. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but I get used to Joe being the one that no matter what happens, he's always there.
Well, that's true.
Except that one time he had laryngitis, and I had to step in one time.
That was rough. Yeah.
I was watching the Ultimate Match of Death, which is on our YouTube, uncensored right now, by the way. You should check that out if you haven't already. You get to see all the blood and guts.
Hey, yeah, I want to hit somebody with a light tube right now, but it'd be animal abuse. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, Joe was real.
And Joe had laryngitis the next day, and I had to carry some of it. He's like, "Hey, buddy,
not to be confused with laryngitis.
I'm gonna lean on you today."
Rough. Welcome everybody. Amy, Jason Hendricks, DJ Khan, Ryan, Wicked Kid, Fresh Media, Scott B, Exodus Pro Wrestling in the house. Noni's here. Patrick, Chris. Chris is probably bitching about the territories. Yep, looks like it. Thanks for being here, Chris. We love you. And
oh yeah,
look at that. These guys are great. Anyway, it's good to be here.
What a transition, Gary.
That was the longest I've ever talked without somebody jumping in. It has been a long day.
I'm sorry. I jumped in earlier. Gary, how's your day going right now? Everything good? How's life? How's love? How's work? How's family? It's on your hat right there.
Yeah, family business. It's good. It's good. Well, no, look, I mean, like right before all this happened, I was supposed to go out to dinner and have a beer with my dad today, but he ended up in the hospital right before all this.
Oh, jeez, why is your dad in the hospital? Oh my God, he wasn't
has
sitting with Gary Morton on an airplane, was he?
No, he has an AFib, which I don't know much about, but I guess is a thing that happens.
It's a regular heartbeat.
So, yeah, irregular heartbeat. So,
by the way, if you hear weird squeaking over the course of this,
that's Gary's butthole. Gary's butthole.
No,
it's how I cope.
One of my puppy kids that usually lives with his mother is staying with me right now, so he doesn't know how to podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, Gary,
his new toy.
Get this out of the way. Since we're talking
okay. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready. Go ahead. Give me the intro.
Gaga, goo goo, coochie coochie coo. Joe's got a baby update for you. Gaga, goo goo, coochie coochie coo.
It looks like he's gonna fight that baby.
Update for you.
I will fight a baby. Don't tempt me.
You will.
Probably my own.
That's still the last. That's still the last image we have of the baby.
That's
there.
fine. It looks probably the same. She looks probably the same, I should say. But we had a nice celebration of the life of Ivy. I guess that also sounds like a memorial, but it was a baby shower. There's my wife.
Joe's been busy since last show. These are all their children
all
now.
My children, including little Braden, who is the spunkiest kid. Who was like kid of the year at the school. He's just the life of the party. Kid was great.
They give out kid of the year.
Yeah, he was like a student of the year or something, most inspirational kid of the year at Shelby School, and she was taught him in the class.
There was probably a longer title. Just
yeah.
Kid of the year.
I feel like that's a way to give some other kids a complex or something.
There's two other teachers that work with Shelby, and they both had babies. There's something in the water at that elementary school, so the kids should stop drinking it. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bunch of pregnant elementary school children. So that's probably
weird.
But we had some go. Let's keep going, Gary. What else we got? I got to send you a few. There we go. That's a lovely handmade blanket by Megan Taylor. Shout out to Megan Taylor, the mother of Boss Baines. Made me that lovely blanket. On the right is Emily Taylor, who hand painted that design right there. They took a photo and like blew it up and then like sort of traced it and then it took 8 months to paint that, and it is now hanging in my room. And as you can see on the floor, there's a bunch of other gifts that people have gotten, including gifts from several fans of this podcast. So if you did buy me a gift, there's so many of them, just tell me in the chat that you did, and I'll thank you right now. As I don't have the list in front of me, because I was juggling a bunch of other stuff today. Gary, do I have any more? There we go. There's Shelby and Emily again, and her sister Gabby and Jessica and Sabrina, who just got engaged to. So it was very fun. We played a lot of games. We played the game where you try to have all the guys try to drink out of baby bottles, and whoever can drink the most fastest wins. It's impossible unless you cut the nipple on it. You got to give it like an extra nipple piercing.
Can't you just chew on the nipple and bite off the tip?
It was really hard. Like we all tried, and none of us had strong enough teeth for it. So with that being said, to quote the great Kerry Morton, with that being said, to
say the least.
To say the least. It was a great time. The baby is still due August 16th. We're going to the doctor Wednesday for another thing, so I might get a fresh picture for you, Gary. And also, again, we added some more stuff to the registry. We had a lot of handmade items and stuff, so there's still kind of some, things you can just buy, like thermometers and whatnot. It's all on the registry. If you go to my profile, you click on the
reflex,
the link tree thing, it's at the top. And again, thank you to everybody who has, in this incredibly long journey, showed support and all that other stuff. And also a corporation has shown support, not just the NWA, but also Chick-fil-A. And I'll be making a reel.
They'll hate them.
I'm going to make a reel about the super cool thing that Chick-fil-A did for me and for Shelby and for Ivy. So expect that reel. So follow me on socials to get that very soon. Gary, I made a reel today. You gotta collab with me, brother. You gotta collab with my reel. Kratos like.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Look for that.
I basically ripped off Botchamania and just did like a positive version of what they do. I think you'll like it.
All right, I'm excited. That's fun, and
that's
that makes
the
it easy
big
for me. There's not like something new I have to do today. Andrea, sorry to hear about your grandfather. And let's see, Jason Galli is in the house. All right. So I was looking through I just want to acknowledge our people, but keep in mind, you can always make sure that we acknowledge you when we get one of those beautiful, highlighted, colorful comments that you can have for a super chat if you want to put some money towards it. And at least you could do, the least you could do is a like and a subscribe if you're not already. That would be
come on, share
awesome.
it with your people. Tell people how fun this is.
This is fun.
Yeah.
It's educational at times, like in the chat right now.
What other wrestling company just hangs out with you?
Yeah, like we got in here.
Like,
Patrick Moore's asking, I'm literally asking for a friend, how come a lot of NWA titles are hard to track? Well, it's because of the complex history of the National Wrestling Alliance, the territory system merging over between territories, titles changing hands amongst territories, ownership changing hands during those times, the entire company kind of going and segueing to one person with a television outlet in the late 80s, that being purchased by Ted Turner, and then some titles being used in WCW, others not being used, and then that changing, being voided, vacated, and then there being tournaments and then things like that. So really the Lightning One era, I gotta be honest, for like the first time in 40 years, is the most concise, easy to track championship lineage.
Think about all those years in between that too, Kyle, where you and I were both involved in the NWA. Joe probably was too. Yep. Where, I mean, like the Mid-American titles and stuff. Like there's so much stuff that there was 9 million shows. It's impossible to track everything outside of the 10 pounds. Everything else was just kind of.
The tag team titles, I feel, are one of the most
tag titles too.
Complex.
Yeah. Well, they streamlined a little bit when they ended up in TNA, but then when they broke away from there, it even got more messy for a little bit. Outside of your Uncle Pierce, it was hard to track anybody down.
It's true. When we brought back the United States tag team titles, we were trying to come up with like a nice, concise lineage. Joe and I were during a couple several days, and then we were just like, you know what, this isn't going to be possible.
Then that Express had him, then the Heat Seekers had him, and a bunch of people, somebody had him in between. No idea.
Apparently, the Alliance blog has a history you can check out. You should try that out.
Anytime, any place, anywhere. NWA needs street teams that push flyers out in the town's books. We actually do that. And whether or not you're seeing them, I can't vouch for, but I can say that plenty of people are, including next week. We'll have one in Philly because coming up August 31st, NWA 76 years, the National Wrestling Alliance. There's going to be another little group in town there. And so we figured what better time than make sure wrestling fans in the area know about NWA 76. Get your tickets at NWALiveEvents.com. August 31st, 2024. The world titles will be on the line. And then the tag team titles, every title is going to be on the line. But what will happen? Will EC3 still be champion during that time? Remains to be seen. Will Kenzie Page be champion? Remains to be seen. Will Blunt Force Trauma? I mean, we don't even know if they're going to win the Crockett Cup or anything like that. Tune in to NWA programming Tuesdays on CWTV.com, or download the app. No subscription required.
You don't even need it.
Oh, we're going to find out about that soon, Joseph. Mid-America. You were there, though. Joseph Hughes was there. He introduced himself to me and is a big fan of the show. So it was cool to see you, Joseph. And so you already know. No spoilers.
Adam wishing that the NWA would go back to working with TNA. Well, you know what? The thing is, things get complicated. However, this weekend, there was a NWA tangential show, Fight the World, FTW, in Florida. I believe it was Lakeland there, if I remember correctly. There,
Lake City,
Florida. AJ Francis defending defending a TNA title on an NWA show. Also, a familiar face from NWA appeared on that program, but we won't go into that. Read the dirt sheets.
And also, I was hanging out with Scott D'Amore on Saturday night. Weirdly enough,
that's
not that
true.
had anything to do with the NWA or TNA, but he was hanging out. It was cool.
Hey,
Joe, you're in Detroit, right?
That was in Detroit.
Yeah. Oh, Scotty D. He's
Scott
right across the bridge in Windsor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they like vulgar Joe Galli in JCW, wait till the gathering. You might get vulgar Kyle Davis.
I hope so.
So do I.
I want that.
I'm going to start now.
I don't know why this stopped working. I used to be able to do the fireworks and stuff, and it just doesn't do it anymore.
It's because you're trying. All these things happen when you didn't put an effort. It was just the universe saying, maybe I should give you a reward. But now that you want it, you're thirsty.
Alex, actually incorrect. Detroit was not trash. It is.
Yes. It is trash.
It currently is.
Yeah.
How are we going to
Olivier
prevent
K.
1994 Shane Douglas dropping the belt, made himself ECW champion? How are we going to prevent that incident from happening again?
I am a huge ECW fan. Yeah, I'm a huge ECW fan. The company that was built off of that, so it's always very funny to me to think that the company that really made me want to get into professional wrestling, by jumping on the backbone of another company I work for now. But Shane Douglas, you know what? You never know. Maybe he'll show up. Maybe he'll pick up a title. You never freaking know. NWA 76, August 31st, around the corner. What's going to happen? 2300 Arena, the place that I used to do ROH on HDNet back in the day. Well, I get to come back to a place that I know very well. But as a fan, as a wrestler, as an athlete, now as a broadcaster, and as a guy who's doing this podcast with you. Grabs me pretty nicely. I'm getting thinner, so it's easier to wrap my hands around.
Guys, I heard Chris in the chat complaining about needing to know more about what happens in the territories. We just talked about FTW, what was going on. They're not officially in the NWA territory, but Exodus Pro did just have a show this past week. And anyway, so I'm going to bring on Noah from Exodus Pro. Hey, Noah. Whoops, I screwed up.
I don't know where I'm pointing anymore,
there it is.
Baby.
There it is.
Standing outside the co-op. There's live training right now because we don't take days off after a successful show. We're already back here. You know?
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about Almost Paradise. You guys just had that show. It looked like it was a good time for everybody.
It was a great time. Obviously, the sunny Cleveland, Ohio, aptly named Almost Paradise. Awesome show. Country Gentlemen made their debut. EC3 defeated Carson Drake in a Wall Street street fight. That's all.
What is a Wall Street street fight? Is there money on the line? Is there a bull? Tell me.
I'll tell you, Mr. Durden.
What a throwback that was.
The street fight entailed the casual rules of a street fight, so everything goes.
Gotcha.
But weapons included typewriters, pennies, a bag of money, I believe a Monopoly set.
You ever take a bump in Monopoly pieces? It doesn't feel good. Metal, not your friend.
You have to ask Carson Drake about that. It wasn't me. There was an old telephone Carson claims he used to call Billy Corgan in the middle of the match.
I believe it.
And then the SLIMEBALLZ got involved because, of course, they did, because they're dirty, even though EC3 so politely asked them not to on this very podcast last week.
Please tell me
how did the actual
piss punch?
Oh, the piss punch. I forgot about that.
So EC3 levied some of the piss punch onto the SLIMEBALLZ. I don't know if levied's the right word, but he threw some piss punch on them. They got upset. They stopped playing with their EC3 and Aaron Stevens action figures that they had with a custom toy SLIMEBALL ring, attacked him, and then they shield powerbombed him through a table.
It sounds like quite the experience.
I know what you're thinking. Surely Sage wasn't the man in the middle. Surely he wasn't the Roman Reigns, but he was.
I can picture Sage trying to be the Roman Reigns of the group there. I see you got a flyer in your hand there. I know coming up July 20th, NWA Exodus Pro is going to have New Religion. Look at that right there.
Look at that.
Well, and I was ready this time around too, and I have the actual what's on the flyer.
That beautiful.
It is.
You know, I'm noticing that someone from another territory is on there as well. Kylie Page, NWA Crossfire's co-owner of the company there.
And NWA JCP's women's champion right now, too.
And I'd say that's the beauty of something like Back to the Territories, which, you know, Signature Live event, which I'm sure will be airing soon. But that's where I got to meet Kylie. We got to talk, and we're happy to bring her in. She'll be entering into our women's title tournament, facing off against
one of these jerseys.
I'm going to need one now. Yeah. Entering against a representative from Mission Pro to be announced soon, because that was a co-branded tournament, which we're very thankful to the people at Mission for being able to make that happen. Obviously, Tiffany was a big connection there. And so
Tiffany Neves, of course, is who we're talking about right now. Current NWA contracted superstar, which you'll be seeing more of in the coming weeks.
Absolutely. She's top gal over here. She won her match to advance in the tournament. So she'll be facing off in a 4-way against Kelsey Heather and Miranda Alizé, who won over in their matches at Mission. And then whoever wins, either Kylie or her yet-to-be-announced opponent, will be the 4th entrant. So I'm excited about that. We had Ashton Day defeat the Sebastian, the Master of the Painter.
Ashton Day!
Oh, boy.
Oh.
You call me to do this NWA live stream, and you want to call, and you want to talk about Ashton Day? The man who carelessly looked past me in lieu of Richard Holiday. It's not over. It's never over. But don't worry. I don't feel any pain. He will.
Very.
I can't help but notice that his
intense
art
voice.
is just like Scribbles now. It's almost as if he's becoming more unhinged, and his passion, his art is just suffering for it. So
it's gotten chaotic. He was
make sure he can't hear you when you're saying this.
Yeah, no. He ran away off in a tantrum. He scares me. He is terrifying.
I saw his board there. He needs to learn. If you figure with somebody like EC3 around, he'd learn some like positive affirmations to write down on his
maybe some
whiteboard,
social
but-
skills. Yeah.
You know, I tried to show him my doodles. He wasn't a fan. He was not a fan. I just write Exo Pro a lot in different styles and just wasn't going for it. But we'll see. Obviously, it seems like that story is not done, and I might have to check on Ashton soon because that guy's 6'2", lean, 4% body fat at most. I mean, I would not want to be on his bad side.
That man's definitely not eating McDonald's like I did have for dinner. So good for him.
Jason Hendricks is in the chat, and I see that
course
he did not win his match. He teamed with Bryson Teller, if I'm not mistaken, against Man Bun Jesus and Sam Beal.
Jason
he says in the chat he's going to win, but next
been
time.
building a group of unique individuals over at Exodus, and who better to put that group against than the mega powers themselves, Sam Beal and Man Bun Jesus. They went crushed it. Mama Man Bun was at the show, which was fun to see. And one of the Groovy Grizzlies had a perm.
What?
From the bar, yeah. He grew a perm the time. You know, when Aaron Stevens captures you for months on end, it's time for you to grow a perm, I think. You find your freedom and you find fun. And so that was very big, and I'm glad to see the Groovy Grizzly showing some of his personality, and that Sam Beal is rubbing off well on Man Bun Jesus and his Grizzlies.
Hendricks claims he cheated.
You know what? Maybe. I don't think so. That's not very Man Bun Jesus or Sam Beal. He wouldn't have Jesus in his name if he was cheating.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
I also saw our friend Pretty Boy Smooth defeated our other friend of the show, Cal Hero. Both have been
not
on
only
here.
did he defeat Cal Hero, but he took him to the penthouse, which is a big old standing blue thunder bomb. And after the match, and Cal Hero was helped to the back, so I don't know when we'll see him again. But we love Cal, and so we hope he gets better soon.
That's twice he's beat him now, though, right? He's beat him twice now, right?
Yes, he did. But
Well,
both
then-
times Pastor CeeLo got involved. Both times. So we're gonna have to maybe
He's
Cal
still 2-0. He's 2-0.
He's 2-0. He's already defended the title 5 times, actually. This was his 5th defense from May to now. He's been taking the title everywhere. He's taken it to Canada. He's gone to Indiana, New York.
What are you in Pittsburgh?
Michigan. He was in Pittsburgh. Yeah, he's been taking the title everywhere. We like to call ourselves the traveling territory. And so we're glad to see that our champion takes that and runs with it. So we're very happy with Pretty Boy Smooth. We're not too happy with Pastor CeeLo right now. But we'll see as time goes on. Maybe Pretty Boy decides he doesn't need help considering he's 6'9".
Yeah,
That's him right now. That train, that's not a train. That's Pretty Boy Smooth on his way.
Oh, is it? He does tend to make a lot of noise when he enters a room, being as he's 6'9" and hard to hide. EC3.
Oh, boy.
Oh, there he is. He's in top hat. I just entered a room. We've got Harley Morris.
What do we got here?
Into the second round of the House Divided Tag Team Tournament. Grant Watts, who defeated Cristiano Argento as the 3rd man in his 1,000-man.
Now, he had to cheat for that. Nobody beat Cristiano up straight up.
Argento was looking past him. He had 1,000 men to challenge. It just happened to be that he lost the 3rd, and there's the champ.
Hello, guys.
Oh, no. What are you wearing on your head?
The business. No big deal.
Strictly business.
Strictly business. Fix this. You're a whiz at business.
The day after our show, Strictly Business, Sebastian and EC3 did go. EC3 had another successful title defense, I believe. Successful, obviously, but another defense.
He also defended in California recently, right?
He's defended all over. He's been to Japan. He's been to Australia. He's been everywhere in America. He's going to Italy and France soon. And so, like I said, we're the traveling territory. Our champion, Pretty Boy Smooth, carries that name, and so does EC3.
That's
See, look at that. The chat's asking about territories. We're talking about territories. We've got upcoming shows, including this coming weekend. There's a gnat in here. That's the thing about having plants next to your computer. Randomly, things will fly out. This coming weekend, we have NWA Chicago. We also have NWA Crossfire events. Folks, go to NWA Wrestling, NationalWrestlingAlliance.com or NWALiveEvents.com. Get your tickets. Be a part of the territory. See them there. I know we keep on hearing people. Are you flyering cars in your own parking lot?
Yeah, that's also the car of one of Rex Brody, but you know he gets forgetful. He has to wear a helmet to the ring. He's a stuntman, so just got to make sure he's there.
Eventually, we will have on the YouTube page territory content. Right now, we of course have new things dropping on there. If you ever watched NWA Power and you saw the censored version of the 10 pounds of gold weapons match, the uncensored version just dropped on YouTube about 2 days ago. There's going to be some more stuff hopping in the next week, and then going forward, we're going to be doing that more often there. Again, CW's where you can see new episodes. We want you to be able to take part in some of the old things, catch up in versions that maybe you wanted a different version of. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give you what you want. The territory content will be on there, but until then, you got to go to the events live as they happen. That's NWALiveEvents.com, of course. See it in person. See some of the stars of tomorrow today.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and so you want to see Exodus Pro, the traveling territory. One place you can pin them down is coming up in Cleveland, and that's on what was it, July 20th?
July 20th.
New Religion.
New Religion. Richard Holliday's back after attacking EC3, costing them the match. That's how Carson Drake got a pin over EC3. Carson Drake just challenged EC3 to a 5v5 Team Carson versus Team EC3 match. Nice. Given the fallout from that match, you got to imagine the SLIMEBALLZ will be on Team Carson Drake, and you got to imagine that Man Bun, Sam Beal, and Lord Crew will be on Team EC3.
I like the sound of that. That sounds like
I don't think Carson Drake has that many more friends, though. I mean, who's he going to get? He's going to have to take his wallet out and give some big money to a bunch of different guys. I'm just saying.
One thing I can say about Carson Drake is he is a politician. He will find someone. Maybe.
He's got money, too.
I know it's show day if I get a call from Carson Drake at 9 a.m. So he's always working. He's got a lot of money, and I'm sure he's willing to spend it just to get revenge on EC3, because now EC3 has defeated him for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship twice.
2 times.
I like that.
2 times.
Noah, thank you so much for doing this and hopping on here and giving everybody an update. I'm sure your arm's tired now from having to walk around.
I work with EC3. It's hard. It's hard to get tired doing anything.
There you go. Noah, for those that don't know, one of the owners of Exodus Pro. So this is great. Thank you for giving everybody an update, because we had people complaining they didn't know what happened at Exodus Pro, and now you do. Now you know.
EC3 has a master plan. He has a master plan. When our content is out, when the matches are out, it'll mean more, hopefully. Yes.
And right now in the chat, somebody just brought up OVW and NWA there. Of course, EC3 has been a focal point of OVW. You know anything about that?
And Tiffany is the champion there.
And Tiffany Nieves, I know.
EC3 is the champion there. He's defending his championship, I believe, this Saturday against Luke Curtis, who is an Exodus Pro roster member. We also have Cal Hero there, who is an Exodus Pro roster member. I don't know the state he's in right now. Tiffany Nieves, obviously. Jack Vaughn just made his debut.
I think I saw Carson's going there too, right?
Carson's been there. He's obnoxious everywhere.
He's got a big. He's obnoxious everywhere. That's
so. There you go, Patrick Moore. It remains to be seen. However, there is a dynamic between both brands there. You just got to tune in, find out, see what happens.
I'll give you guys
follow us on social media.
Right before
he's giving us a scoop.
After failing to advance in the House Divided Tag Team Tournament due to miscommunication between the teams, the Country Gentlemen are going to return at New Religion to take on the JV team of Jack Vaughn and Dalton McKenzie. So
nice.
Another territory being represented. We're happy to have everyone. And I think AJ was really mad at the JV team. So we're going to have to see how that goes. But I'm excited for that match. It was insane. It was amazing, the match. I think Casey dove onto the crowd. It was great. They stole the show. And so we're excited to have them back. So big scoop.
All right, thanks for that, man.
Reverend Cosmic Joe, we did have that going on, and unfortunately the contract expired and we could not come to terms. So who knows? Maybe one day.
Noah, thank you again for doing this. I know you're a busy guy, so hopping on here and telling us
My
about
goal here is to get Dealz back to Cleveland. That's my only goal.
Yeah.
So until then,
Never know. Me and
Is that
Cristiano
something Dealz really wants?
We're gonna go get some Mama Santas next time
I
come
can
up.
feel the city yearning for your return right now.
If Mama Santa still exists, is it still open?
I have no clue. I'm new here. I moved here for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Champ got me back here.
That's
for
because you're not allowed in Little Italy. So that's what it is. Me and Joe.
I am
up
Italian.
there. No. Well, then you are allowed. So why the hell you haven't been up there? It's a good pizza place. What's the matter with you?
Get around more. I'm too busy doing this.
All right.
Is Patrick Moore in my emails, by the way? I'm very confused by this. I literally just got an email from Bluff City Wrestling.
Well, we'll go
Patrick
up
Moore's
there.
asking about
We'll
him.
go up there, Noah.
Super question.
We'll go to Corbo's. It's delicious.
Justin Rose says Mama Santa's ain't going anywhere.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Justin.
We'll bring you here. You and I'll go.
That's it. It's delicious. We'll bring Cristiano, too. It is a
We
great
will bring
pizza.
Cristiano, who will also be in Italy with EC3. All right.
Of course he will. He's the emissary.
He's the Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm going to go back, see how the training's going. But I very much do appreciate it. And I am super thankful to have you guys helping us as we grow and being a part of the NWA family. It's very
Well,
awesome.
you've been super helpful about providing people, like making people show up here. So it's been cool. It's easy to work with
Information
Exodus
drop.
Pro and get some more people out there and give them a platform to let these people know a little bit more about them. So I love that.
Thank you guys
All
so
right.
much.
Take care, Noah.
Have a good one.
So we've talked territories. We've given you a bunch of information. June 28th, NWA Chicago's Endless Summer is coming to you from Highland Park, Illinois. June 28th also is NWA Crossfire, Night of the Daredevils.
I got all
Newport,
these. Let's
Tennessee.
talk, we can talk about Night of the Daredevils right
Yeah.
now. They
Whoa.
yeah, Sean
Jackson
Hoodrich.
Drake
Jackson
looking
Drake.
intense. I bet under
And-
that mask, Sean Hoodrick's also looking intense as well. I just can't tell. Those eyes
Probably
though,
has his tongue
speak
out.
volumes.
Look at
That's
this
right.
matchup.
Hey.
Ex pretty
Whoa.
empowered Roxy and
Roxy
Brittany
back.
J taking on Kinsey and Kylie with Danny Dealz.
Is Danny Dealz going to be there? Because he also looks like that might just be a graphic print on something they're wearing.
No, we're going to be there. We're going to kick some ass, too. That's what's going to happen.
Roxy, of course, a former member of Pretty Empowered. This is incredibly personal, bringing Brittany Jade into that. It's good to have friends to back you up here. But when family's involved, I don't know. I think Kenzie and Kylie might have the advantage in this as both owners, sisters, and also people with a grudge with Roxy.
We're going to kick their ass. That's what's going to
It
happen.
looks like it's happening on the show, Kobe. Roxy is going after the Page sisters right now.
Yeah,
in their
well,
own
she
territory.
ain't going to get no damn revenge. She's going to get her ass kicked.
Yeah, they were using
Oh,
their
wait,
stroke
there
to
it
keep
is.
her
I'm
off her
surprised
program. They're not doing
Dealz'
anything.
lips aren't connected to their ass. Oh, I like that.
Then you want to be able to see them in this right there. Of course, this is coming up Friday, June 28th. This weekend.
Look
you
at
get your
that. The
tickets.
Page sisters working overtime. They're going to be in this
That's right.
5-way
Whoa.
guard of KFW scramble for a title
What?
shot at Black
Working
Harvest.
double duty. There's 2 matches they get to win that night. Isn't it great?
That's very
double
nice of you, Dealz.
celebration.
I really like your confidence as always.
Yeah.
Gonna
You
get
know how
the
many of these
Roxy
jerseys
versus
you're going to sling up there?
Roxy versus Pretty Empowered story is not finished. You're absolutely correct. It's going to continue at Night of the Daredevils.
I did invite the Page sisters on for tonight, just so everybody knows. And Kylie, I think maybe you can see, I don't know, they were camping or something. So they were unreachable by cell phone.
They live in the
They
Smoky
text me
Mountains.
to
Gary.
say,
They're-
they
they're-
text me to say that. So maybe they just don't like me. It's one of those things. I don't know.
They're in the Smoky
They,
Mountains. What do you want?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's true. Deals, you got the deal still going on, right? Summer
Yeah, you
deals
know
right
what
now.
jerseys
Speaking of
they're gonna
that,
sling up there in Newport, it's going to be ridiculous. That's right. That's good. It should end tonight, actually. It's been on all week.
if you don't have that jersey yet, now's the time.
Yeah, now is the time. Because they're going to be gone.
Oh, let's see.
Get some pictures. We got anything? What are we doing? Got a new tracksuit?
I was going to say, on to the next
that's
thing we
right.
got going on. We talked about NWA Chicago, Endless Summer. We talked about Crossfire. July 19th, NWA
Well,
JCP Trials at the Troubadour, coming up in Nashville,
Kyle,
Tennessee at the Texas.
Let me also do this, Kyle, real quick too, just because I promised I would. So yeah, you mentioned Endless Summer coming up this Friday, June 28th. If you're in that general area, June 27th, 3 to 6 at the Walmart there in Hodgkins, you can check out Brian Idol, Natalia Markova, and Sherry Shaw. I love that it says
Brian Idol.
Brian Idol. I am from South Carolina. Thank you very much. So
every now and then it comes out.
Good old Cooter.
Yeah, Earl Cooter.
Earl Cooter's going to be there.
It's going to be at your local Hodgkins Walmart. Do you think that's the Walmart where they tackled the people that stole their purse back in the day?
No.
Oh.
Nah, it's probably different Walmart.
No, that was probably like Florida.
Well, that was a cool story. Yeah.
$15 per person. Photo ops, autographs with all three wrestlers. I love all three wrestlers. If you haven't taken that Sherry Shaw elbow drop off the top rope, that
she's stiff. She's very, very stiff.
Oh my God, it's like working Goldberg.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fair.
But I was also told Red Bull will be there, Hershey's and Coca-Cola all passing out freebies, and NWA will have giveaways as well. So
I'm gonna go up there
in that area.
I got to be honest with you. For a minute there, I was like, Red Bull. I've never seen him work.
No, yeah, good old Red Bull.
Good old Red Bull.
He's from AAA.
Rojo Toro. Yeah. He's my favorite guy.
We talked about that. On to the next stuff, which is NWA JCP Trials at the Troubadour. That's at the Texas Troubadour Theater in Nashville, Tennessee.
I'm going to be there.
You can see the NWA JCP Southeastern Champion, Silas Mason, NWA World Women's Champion, Kenzie Page. We've got the NWA JCP Southeastern Tag Team Champions, the Stu Crew. We've got Jack Stain, the Country Gentleman, and the Man of the Hour, the Tower of Power, Danny Dealz. And if you used to enjoy those Wednesday NWA pay-per-views, Jay Stevens, one of the men.
Former NWA Tag Champion.
That's right.
I was going to say former NWA Tag Champ. Look at that.
Twice.
And I guess those boys love to fight because the next show in territory-wise that I'm aware of would be them again on Friday, August 2nd. They're doing
Kyle and I
will
be.
That's right. Danny Dealz and I are going to be there. We'll probably be calling the action. And if you ever wanted to know how obnoxious we can really get without Joe Galli holding us back, well, baby, it's going to happen there. Coalfield, Tennessee.
We got no governor.
Begging for it. It's just been, we want Kyle and Dealz inside of us, and we're going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. 10 men, 2 rings.
There's no
one
Joe
more.
to rein it in. There's no either one of the Billies in her ear. We have no governor. We're going to be
I think really what we should really talk about here is Joe Kazana. Even though this is a cage match, he's lucky because I've seen him get busted open constantly by Austin Idol. Austin Idol will not be there. So Joe Kazana may not be bleeding during this match. Who am I kidding? There's no way this man's not going to be ripped open in a cage, even with his sons there to help him out.
Joe Kazana still got it in him. I'm feeling good about it.
He's been getting ornery lately too, if you notice.
Oh, hi,
like before, he was always cheering and sportsman, and now he's like, God damn it, I will kill you. Like he's starting to.
We already talked about FTW. We talked about FTW in the first place, Chris. We mentioned AJ Francis defending.
It's fine. He came in late. Don't criticize him. Chris has a life. I was actually just typing out we were talking about AJ Francis.
Hey, look at this. See, he's ready.
Yep, look at him. Here we go.
Joe's been getting a little crazy.
He's hot under that hat.
No problem whatsoever. And also in between those shows, we did already talk about NWA Exodus Pro Midwest is going to have New Religion July 20th.
Oh, yeah. I have that too.
But if you don't want to wait for all of that, we also got a show tomorrow night. It's NWA Power. It's the Crockett Cup. We are deep in it right now. Quarterfinal matches.
Talk about
it. Is live.
Hey, yo.
Live. It's live to you coming from Dallas, Texas.
What's on that show, Gary?
The quarterfinal tag team tournament match of the number 10 seed of the Looks That Kill taking on the Wrecking Crew combination of Knox and Murdoch, the number 2 seeds, the men who last year took hold the Crockett Cup. Ken Looks That Kill played the pot of the spoiler. Every year there's a spoiler tag team. There's someone who just gets involved and throws everybody's brackets off. I know Brian Idol, Natalia Markova, they want to be the ones that derail Knox and Murdoch in this. You're going to have to tune in to find out because the next match, boy, oh boy, this match is going to have a huge, profound effect on the outcome of that one later on. Because if you want to go to the next graphic.
I don't know which graphic you're talking about.
I was going to the next tag team graphic. There you go.
Tag me in, brother.
Yeah, goddamn.
It's the number 9 seed, Max the Impaler
go.
and Judias against Blunt Force Trauma, the NWA World Tag Team Champions, the number 1 seed,
Bracket
the
buster,
unstoppable masked duo managed by Aaron Stevens. But I can tell you that no matter how dominant they've been, they have never faced a force quite like the monster duo of Father James Mitchell. And this
Max
right
was
here.
just in some scary movie. Max
That's
would be-
right. New horror movie coming
yeah.
out. If you want somebody to haunt your dreams and stalk you and do whatever the heck's going to happen, all I know is I just watched a bunch of Nightmare on Elm Streets last night, and all I could think of was Max the Impaler running around, killing these teenagers. And I think you're going to be able to see something just like that coming up in your local theater. You can go online. There's a bunch of press about it. It was in Variety that Max the Impaler will be the featured monster in an upcoming horror film. And by monster, I just mean, what's more scary than a Max the Impaler chasing you and trying to just end your life?
Yeah, but Max doesn't have
the movie's called Galli.
Yeah. Galli.
You can read about that, by the way, over at nationalwrestlingalliance.com if you want to. And you can get all the great NWA news at nationalwrestlingalliance.com. It's got a great news section there. And so all of
I really hope
one-liners like Fred.
One more match.
You know, like when you watch Nightmare on Elm Street, there's a doo-doo, there's the music, and then there's a from like that Halloween music. I hope that they play Louis Armstrong's "Hello, Dolly" when Max appears and starts murdering people. It's just this beautiful jazz baritone, and all of a sudden, slaughter.
Yeah, just like smooth jazz. I like
Am
that.
I the only one that's like likes Louis Armstrong and can think "Hello, Dolly" when I think of Louis Armstrong? Never mind.
See some talk about Joe Alonzo in the chat. He's at action tomorrow night. He was going to wrestle Alex Taylor.
Tell us
But
in the
Alex
chat.
Taylor
Tell
had to
us in the
tag
comments.
in.
Who should it be? I think it should
Alice
be Danny
Mason.
Dealz.
I think Danny Dealz. Are you in the weight limit? They
Uh,
might have to
damn,
cut his hair to
Kyle.
make the weight limit.
God damn! What an asshole!
And
What Danny Dealz is got all that hair. He's got 7 layers of clothing. He's taller than I am.
Pounds of dreadlocks.
Bro, listen, I'm 240 pounds and I am shorter than Danny Dealz.
Christ.
So in my head,
I'm still in the weight class. but,
okay, then what the hell's wrong with me? Why am I so damn heavy?
I don't know, but I'm not
I
getting
just
in the
imagine
boat.
I'm bald and I'm heavy. I could just picture all that hair's got to weigh an extra 20 pounds.
I'm not getting in there with young Joseph, though. That's not happening.
I wouldn't want to mess with that.
What about old
Where
Joe?
I was trying to go with that is that for those following along, Alex Taylor originally has been talked up as being the challenger for Joe Alonzo's NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship. That is not happening, at least at Crockett Cup, because Alex Taylor subbed in for Thrillbilly, if you were watching last week, and is now entered himself in as one of the tag teams of the Crockett Cup. So we got to find a new opponent. Billy Corgan knows who it is. Or sorry, President William Patrick Corgan knows who it is, and he's not telling. So why don't you'll just have to tune in tomorrow and find out.
You know what? Too the country gentleman could have had a bye because they didn't have to accept Alex as the other member of the 6, and instead AJ's like, "I'll whoop your ass," and then they ended up losing.
So theoretically, the country gentlemen were the spoilers in this entire tournament.
They
by
should have
screwing it
listened
up.
to Papa Joe. Papa Joe wanted the bye, and they didn't want to listen to it.
I feel like Papa Joe would be a great name for a pizza place. Papa Joe. Oh, wait, never mind. There's already Papa John's. But here's the deal. This Friday in NWA Chicago, will Joe Alonzo be defending the junior title, or will he lose it on Power tomorrow night? And if so, who will be defending the title? Because I know there's a title it's booked for that. Somebody's supposed to be defending the junior heavyweight title in Chicago, and I know it's going to happen because it's the boss's hometown. So Joe Alonzo, I don't know who the hell you're fighting, but you got to get through Tuesday.
Axel, not a Alonzo fan, I see. I said, just a jerk. Wants him beat. Well, we're going to find out tomorrow night on NWA Power, or tomorrow at 9 a.m. when it drops Eastern. So you can check that out pretty early. On demand, free, and available for you. And check out NWALiveEvents.com because there's so many more shows coming up. I mean, KFW's already announced that Black Harvest tickets are on sale right now.
Somebody should tell Kylie that that guy she's with might be doing some weird things and to watch out. But, you know, whatever. She's young.
He's scared of her. He knows she'll whoop his ass.
She doesn't seem threatened at all.
He feeds off fear. Have you ever read the book or seen the movie?
Max the Impaler is going to
coming
be there
to
at Black
KFW.
Harvest.
Yeah.
Look at that. And Max, also the feature front and center right here on Sawin 2, October 26th. That's then, of course, Max is also featured on Looks That Kill coming up in December. Look at Max. Max is
I can't wait for
all over the place right now. And I saw the question in the chat about the TV titles. Yeah, they're both still being defended. And I know we haven't seen the women's defended in a little bit, but I've heard that there is a defense coming up soon. So, just stay tuned. It's weird with like the taping. Sometimes it feels like it's longer in between some of these things.
Well, we've got Crockett Cups and stuff going on, so a lot of singles titles haven't necessarily been defended. If they had a chance to win Crockett Cup, right?
But Max did recently defend the men's television title against Magic Jake. So,
Magic Jake
pulling double duty there. So.
He's been in Chicago a lot lately. Is he in Chicago this Friday?
Perhaps.
I forgot to keep my air tag on him. I have no idea where he is right now.
I mean, I know Brothers Magic, but
Oh, also, I wanted to show people this. Our friend Taylor Rising. If you want to go support Taylor Rising for Miss Health and Fitness, you can go vote for free right now or pay for money. And look at that. She's currently at 11th, but has made it to the quarterfinals. So
can you leave that on the screen for 1 second so I could copy and paste that link and just vote?
Put it in the chat if you can. Oh, maybe it's hard. You can't copy it. Nobody can. It's in the video. Duh.
Yeah.
Just leave it up there 1 more second. I'm almost there. And all right.
And now Kyle can copy and paste it.
I actually can.
Maszczewski is actually Polish for rising, if you're wondering.
Yes.
No. And the link worked. It's now in the chat. Here we go.
Thank you.
Booyakasha.
All the votes are for, like, if you pay for a vote, it's for a good cause. You can get like so many for a certain amount of money. If you want to do something like that, it's for, I forget what the charity is. It's for, but this will earn Taylor Rising. If she wins this thing, she'll be on the cover of. She'll
almost put it on the company.
She wins like $20,000.
I was like waiting for it to pop up in the chat comment thing. I'm like, Kyle, where did you put this?
Is it there? Oh no. It says this comment has failed to post. It won't let me post it because it's a link to something.
Yeah. Oh, weird.
Tweet it out, Kyle. Put it on your Twitter. Tweet it.
Yeah,
tweet it, Kyle. With no content. Tweet it.
I could do that. Look at me.
Yeah, look at that. Amy's also got the rest of the week, the Wrestling 2000 and some more page. Ugh, I can't even talk.
Did you get your jersey yet, Gary?
Taylor got guts. No, I need to get my jersey. I do. I have I think every other pretty empowered thing. I might as well just go for it. But
that is my security code.
Noni is correct. The chat knows to be wary of Kyle.
Yeah. What a rib that would be. Like, oh, the link's there. And like it goes to something completely horrible.
Let's see. This has been fun. We're streaming live right now on YouTube, on Twitch, on Kick, on Rumble, on Twitter, X, and all over the place. So wherever you're watching, just drop us a comment and let us know where you're watching from. And so love to hear from you. If you're on YouTube or if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube, go subscribe, hit the like button. Let us know, give us some love. Because if you're watching the YouTube channel, more and more stuff's happening. There was a Colby Carino Alex Misery match that just dropped on there. The match of death, the ultimate match of death, just recently dropped on there.
That's getting lots of views. That one's going viral, as you could expect. I mean, it's about the match of death.
It's a wild match. Cardona EC3. So check those out if you haven't already. Let's see. Why am I always hungry for gravy cakes? And what the hell are they anyway? That's a great question, but it's not time yet because I can't.
I don't know.
I was about to say we can't get out of here without a moment of silence.
I mean, we could.
If you're born a Vicky or a Jacob, a Sabrina, or even a Sal, one thing is true. We could all use a father figure. Follow me?
Kyle, do you have that one? Do you have the Sinister Minister figure?
I don't. The last one I bought was I got a Raven up there. there. And then I also just modified a Steve Austin figure. I gave him a little gold chain. He's got a vest. He's got little custom beards now and everything like that. Oh, yeah. And then also, they just fixed the pre-orders for a bunch of things on Hasbro. So there's Marvel Legend figures dropping in August now that I pre-ordered. And I looked. I've got like 15 things pre-ordered. And then I'm waiting for that Brian Pillman figure to come out as well from Zombie City.
Oh, I almost forgot. One other thing I could give you that you only get on the live show here is I've got the open for tomorro's show. Let's watch that.
Do it.
We'll get cool.
When a true genius appears in the world, you will surely know him by this infallible sign. That the dunces are all in confederacy against him.
This year, we have a destiny to fulfill.
We kicked ass last year. Fans have conspired against me, but I have now put every bit of knowledge I have into what is by far the most devastating combination in professional wrestling today.
We have the looks, we have the skills, and we have the passion to get the win in that ring.
Our destiny will not be denied.
Who's gonna save you now? Because looks kill?
And so do we.
It's gonna get violent and it's gonna get nasty.
There is only going to be one team standing with the Crockett Cup, and that is Force Trauma.
There you go. So that's tomorrow. NWA Power dropping for free on demand on the CW. No sign up required. CWTV.com or get the app on all your favorite streamers. Whatever you use, you can find the CW app and you can watch NWA Power. So make sure you do that. Anything else from you guys before we wrap these people up?
I'm tweeting out that link right now.
Oh, thank you.
I love the trying to figure out what gravy cakes are on the chat. That's fun.
That sounds like
I love our little community.
Give them the code before it's over.
A Trace Leches.
Oh, yeah. Tonight only.
It's all the time. Well, it's been a week, but instant.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is it. This is the last opportunity. If you haven't used this code for 20% off in the NWA shop, it'll never happen again until Dealz decides to make it. Then that's it. So that's what you want to do. But this is what you get for watching the live stream. We love you guys for hanging out with us. Like I said, no other wrestling company in the world is doing this. Like just hanging out with you guys and talking to you guys about what's going on in the NWA. You know, they got shows and stuff. I'm just saying we're interactive. I like this.
We're chatting with you.
All right. Okay, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching the show. Watch NWA Power tomorrow. Tell us what you think. Tell everybody about the live stream. Get more people in here. We got a good crowd tonight. Thank you all for being here. Until next week, please enjoy your gravy cakes, everybody.